Hi everyone, it's Neve here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're doing a super quick page in our journal using pre-printed papers to help us out. So I'm starting off in my blue journal and you can kind of see I've got the finished page right there. So this is a gel printed page that I did in a big gel printing session and I really loved it. It's very simple. It just had, circles in the background, one print, and then the pink stencil over the top. But I just liked the sort of retro-y nature it had. The image of the woman is a rice paper from Stamperia, and it came on a big A4 sheet. I just cut the image out, so the background had lots of steampunky type stuff to go with her outfit, and so I didn't want the rest of the background. I just wanted her on this sort of retro-y background. So I'm just going in with my Stabilo oil pencil to draw around the outside of the image, put some detail into her hair, just to sort of step her out from the background a little bit, because it is very bright and busy and I wanted to have a little bit of differentiation between the both. The thing I love about the Stabilo oil pencil is I can water activate it, which is what I'm doing now, and I get these instant shadows around the page, which again is a great way to push it out from the background so it sort of stands on its own. So I'm being pretty loose with my water brush, just really activating it, letting it go where it needs to go, which again is what I love about the Stabilo oil pencil. You don't really need to think about the shadows too much. If you just add water to it, it kind of bleeds out naturally where you want it to go. If you don't want it to go somewhere, just mop it up with a bit of paper towel. So you do have some control over it, but it's also a really great way to not have to think too much about shadowing on your pages. So once I've finished, I am drying it off a little bit and then going on to adding in a little bit of colour. So I'm using the Stabilo Woody pencils. Those are actually kids pencils. They're exactly the same as the Stabilo oil pencil, except chunkier and in brighter colours, but the water activated, they work the same way, and it's just a really quick way to get some colour onto the page. So I'm using the turquoise to add into the cogs and into some of the bits of her dress, just to boost that sort of patina that was in the original image. I'm also giving her a little bit of funky 70s eyeshadow, just to make her look pretty cool. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm actually using, this is an Inktense pencil, which is kind of the same as a Stabilo oil pencil. Again, it comes in lots of different colours. I'm using the indigo on this, or it's a deep blue colour. And I'm using it as a bit of a shadow behind her, so she pops out from it. Now the difference between an Inktense and a Stabilo oil pencil is the Inktense is actually permanent once it's dry, so you can add other layers of stuff over the top. The Stabilo oil pencil is always going to be water reactive, so just be aware that when you add it on, it kind of is your last layer. You're not going to add much more over the top of it, otherwise you are going to end up removing it or adding a lot of bleed to your page. So the final thing I decided to do was to put some quotes on my page, and I'm using two of the quote stamps from Dina Wakley from two different of her stamp sets. So the strongest people have the softest hearts, I think. Yep. The strongest souls have the softest hearts, and you got this. So while the image itself and the page itself, isn't anything, hugely representative, I suppose, the words meant something to me. So I was in a real funk when I was doing this. I was struggling to actually create. So the fact that I could come into my art studio and do this page sort of within 15-20 minutes meant a lot to me. And the words, I suppose, in this page, even though they don't really go with the imagery, meant a lot to me at the time. So sometimes quick and easy gets you sort of your hands just moving and doing something on the page, but it might be just a word or a quote that you put on the page that actually is what you're representing. In other pages, it might be the imagery you've used in the background. I decided, because I had them, to use some actual metal cogs and wheels and bits of stuff I found in my collage box to add on to this, just to add a bit of extra detail. Now, some people probably might not like doing this in their art journal pages. This is in the blue journal, so the pages in this are actually quite thick. If I was doing it in the original black journal, I probably wouldn't have done this, because the pages are much thinner, and a bit like Princess and the Pea, you would feel it as you were drawing on other pages. So just be aware that certainly you can add different chimes and metal bits into your journal, but you know, if you're doing your next page, it might press through. It doesn't bother me, but it might bother some people. I used E6000 to glue them down. So E6000 is a jewellery glue. It's a really great glue for gluing metal or doing jewellery work with, and it holds it really securely. The final thing I did was just get some wax, Inca Gold wax, and rub it over the metal pieces and into her hair as well. Again, just to give that little boost of metallic shimmer and shine to the finished page. And that was it. So it was a really, really quick page, because I used pre-printed papers to start with. I used gel printed pages for my background, but there's nothing to stop you from using scrapbooking paper or something you've got in your stash already. And the image was from Stamperia, rice paper from Stamperia. Okay, until next time, bye for now.